Hey, thanks for tuning in today. Remember I said I was going to come back with y'all with another one. I just want to thank you to the people who's liking and subscribing my videos. I mean, you really making me feel like really good inside because I try to work hard on it for you, and I just really appreciate it. And if anybody new looking at them, please like and share and subscribe. I normally don't ask for people to do that, but I was told I probably should start doing that. So here it goes. Well, today we're talking about twin flames, and what does that mean? Our last talk we had was about semen retention, and I said that I was going to that you can be on semen retention as a male, but you can get off of it if you find your twin flame, or even a flame that even I would say maybe even a soulmate in some cases, but you have to do what's right for you. But I would really strongly suggest that you find like a twin flame, and here's the reasons why. I'm gonna start first with like the history of a twin flame. I mentioned before about Kundalini, and how like when you are doing retention, you can save that up and it'll go back up in you, and it's like a life force. Okay, what Kundalini is it's a bioelectrical energy, right? And we know that we are energy, and we're electrical beings. So it's a bioelectrical energy that starts at like your spine, and it goes up to 7 layers like the chakra, right? It originated. It's like a Sanskrit word, which Sanskrit is like the Hindu uh, language that they use to write the Hindu scriptures. It's a word that is written in Sanskrit, and that's where what it means is it starts at the core of your back, and it goes up your spine to 7 layers, like the 7 layers of chakra. And what your goal is to reach that 7 layer up to the brain area, because then that you get off of this thing, because life every um life that you have here on this earth, you're meant to get to that level. And each time you come back, no matter how painful it is, you have to get to that level, right? So that's the 7 layers of the Kundalini, right? And Kundalini has to do with having like a higher understanding, right? So you go through things in life in order to get there. That's why it takes a very long time kind of for you to reach that goal. But or you can find somebody who can help you get a Kundalini awakening, but it has to be like a Kundalini master or something like that. But you can get it, but it'll just take a long time, because you have to go through these different trials in order to uh, move on to the next level, because you mastered it.
You can run, but you can't hide. There's a lot of folks out here who are on these deep, soulful journeys with twin flame or soulmates. And the crazy thing about it is, you got the runner and the chaser. And if you're running from it, doesn't matter how much you try to convince yourself that you're not on this journey, Spirit is going to make sure you get the signs and synchronization to reaffirm that you are, in fact, on this journey. You can run from it, you're going to see a number. You can run from it, you're going to hear a song. You're going to see their name, you're going to see their car. You're going to know, because they're going to pop up in your head and in your dreams out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Every time you try to move on from these connections, every time you try to tell yourself that they're not your twin, it picks up times two, times three. Some days are more miserable than others. But every time you deny it, and you are, the signs get worse.
Okay, now that we discussed some of the history and what those words mean, let's talk about the three relationships we got. We got the karmic relationship, we got the soulmate relationship, we got the twin flame relationship, right? Let's start with karmic, because a lot of us go through, I believe, karmic relationships. Uh, that's the biggest one out of all. I think majority of people go through that. What I mean by karmic relationships is those are relationships that are here to teach you something. And sometimes we can get confused on what's a karmic relationship, what's a soulmate relationship, and what's a twin flame relationship, right? Now, the karmic relationship, it is not a good relationship, but it is needed in order to teach you so you can get to those levels of soul relationship and twin flame, right? Okay, so your karmic relationship is your relationship that you probably got a bad baby daddy, or you messing with somebody who might be bad with finances. He might be a player or something like that, or she might be a player. She might be out there doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Having babies by different people, messing with your friends, stealing your money, uh, wrecking your car, on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Just all kinds of negative things, right? But these are things that you have to go through in order for you to reach the level. So you've learned until you learned your lesson. And we know that with different entities and stuff like that, they can body shift, right? So if you find something that you're going through, you keep meeting the same type of females, or you keep meeting the same type of dudes, that's just that bad spirit just jumping from body to body until you figure out that this is a bad karmic relationship, right? And it's going to help you move to the next level, right? Or if like your baby daddy is putting his hands on you or something like that, there's a lot of tension, and it's energy excuse me, energy draining, and you just don't really know what to do, and you're actually just wasting your time until you figure out this ain't what you want, right? So yeah, you can lose your if you having retention, you don't want to lose it to that type of a person, right? That type of an energy. On to a brighter note, the soulmate. Okay, the soulmate is it's a good match, but they're not your twin flame, right? The problem with a soulmate is the soulmate is going to tell you whatever you want to hear to make you happy. A soulmate is going to be that person to be like, oh well, you don't have to get out here and get no job. I'm gonna help you out with that. You ain't gotta go to school. You ain't gotta, or they'll tell you something like you got on some loud clothes or some bell bottom, some real loud clothes or too tight pants, and they'll be like, oh yeah, you look good. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. They gonna do that just to keep the peace because they love you, and that's what they want to do. Keep in mind, a soulmate doesn't have to be someone you like kicking it with. It could be somebody like your friend, your family, your grandma, somebody you just met. That could be your soulmate, right? Because they're nice to you, and they are just saying things to appease you and make you happy and stuff like that. You can have a couple of kids by your soulmate or whatever, but you got to keep in mind that twin relationship, that twin flame, it's going to overpower that, right? And I'm going to tell you why.
If you know someone like this, they're probably your soulmate. 1, you're able to have difficult conversations. 2, you're loyal to each other. 3, you make each other laugh and improve each other's mood. 4, you give each other advice that actually improves each other's lives. 5, you have similar values, morals, or goals in life.
For me, how I look at the twin flame situation, I look at it kind of like the easiest way for me to explain is kind of like a twin, but it's somebody that you actually go with. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, it's a lot of things about Plato. How Plato said in their mythology that we were born with 2 heads and 4 legs, and he threw a lightning bolt down and separated us and our whole. So we separated into one person each, right? He separated the two combined bodies, and we search our whole life to look for that other half, right? So a twin flame to me is kind of like, when I think about it, it's kind of like a twin, right? But you are engaged with them on a romantic level, right? But it's kind of like a twin, totally, because you it's like you see yourself in the mirror, like you mirroring yourself with them. Like if you feel hurt, they feel hurt. If you like this kind of food, they like this kind of food. You feel like a familiarity, like when you're away from each other, you feel their pain, like just like a twin, right? Just like a twin. You feel their pain. You heard different twins say, "Oh, well, my sister got smacked in the face, and I felt that same slap." That's the same thing with twin flames, except it's on a romantic level, right? And then this person, you always remember them no matter what. And in a twin flame type of situation, it's always a runner and somebody who is want to be in that relationship, right? So it's a person that runs away, and you, because they can't handle the fact that they know that they twin flame. But and then also with a twin flame, they will try to level you up. They will level you up the best way they can, right? They're gonna tell you, if, remember I said before with the soulmate and you got on something crazy, they're gonna tell you, hey, you got on something crazy. You need to go and take that off. Or they're gonna tell you, hey, you need to go to school and do this, or you need to take that job and do this, right? Because they mirroring you. They're gonna do whatever it takes to level you up. That's why you can fall off of that semen retention, but it gotta be with somebody who got your best interest in mind, because we know that a lot of them will try to drag you back down to 3D. And what I mean by that is, oh, you ain't making enough money, you need to go out there and slang, or I don't like the way you acting too goody two shoes, right? That'll take you back down to 3D real quick, because you want what? You want the cheeks, right? Okay, so you gotta be leery of that. So with the twin flame situation, they're gonna back you. They're gonna make sure they got your back 50 million. They're gonna feel what you feel. So just think about a twin. If you want to know, just think what it means. Just think about a twin, but think about it romantically. All them things that I've said, naturally twins do, right? So just think about it. A twin flame, that's what it is. So when you out there and you see like your twin flame, you know who they are. You could be with them now. It could also be like a rush, right? Because the reason why it's gonna be like a rush, because they're not gonna tell you what you want to hear. They're gonna tell you what you need to hear. And sometimes, the truth is stranger than fiction. So it'll take you on like a roller coaster ride, but it's all to the good, right? So thanks again for listening today. Appreciate you. Please like, share, and subscribe. To the next one.